Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best 4K smart TV.
Starting at number 5.
Sony QD-OLED. If you want the absolute best TV for a basement home theater, get the Sony A95L OLED. It's significantly more expensive than the Samsung S90C OLED, but it's better for a home theater setup as it has wider format support than the Samsung TV and delivers a more accurate image overall, especially in HDR. Compared to Samsung's HDR10 Plus format, the Sony TV supports the more popular Dolby Vision HDR, so you'll enjoy the most advanced HDR experience possible from almost any source. Sony's processing does a better job following the content creator's intent, so the brightness and colors of HDR content look the way they're supposed to. It also supports more advanced audio formats than the Samsung, like Dolby DTS, X pass-through over eARC, so you don't have to worry about the audio formats that your favorite movies use. It displays an incredibly wide HDR color gamut and looks stunning in a dark room thanks to its nearly infinite contrast ratio, delivering perfect blacks with no distracting blooming around bright areas of the screen. It also gets very bright, so HDR content stands out, and colors are bright and vibrant. It's only available in 3 sizes, 55, 65, and 77 inches. The A95L is very expensive, so if you want a Sony OLED specifically for its processing capabilities, the Sony A80L/A80CL OLED is much cheaper. Still, it's a big step down in brightness and color vibrancy.
Coming at number 4.
Samsung 55-inch. The best 4K TV we've tested is the Samsung S90C OLED. It's an incredible 4K TV that looks amazing in a dark room, as bright highlights in HDR content stand out incredibly well, with no distracting blooming or haloing around bright areas of a scene. Its QD-OLED panel has much brighter and more vibrant colors than the OLED panels found on some other OLEDs. It runs Samsung's Tizen OS smart interface, which is easy to use and has a great selection of streaming apps and games. Unlike some other TVs, the Samsung model doesn't support Dolby Vision HDR, nor does it support advanced DTS audio formats. It does support Samsung's less widely used HDR10 Plus format, which looks just as good as Dolby Vision. This TV is also great for gaming thanks to its near-instantaneous response time, so there's no noticeable ghosting behind fast-moving objects. Its input lag is extremely low, resulting in a very responsive gaming experience, and it has a few great gaming features, including variable refresh rate, VRR, support to reduce screen tearing. Finally, it supports up to 4K at 144 Hz on all 4 HDMI ports or 120 Hz on the 83-inch model, so you can take full advantage of the latest gaming consoles and graphics cards. It's available in 4 sizes, 55, 65, 77, and 83 inches, but the 83-inch model uses a OLED panel. It has a higher-tier model, the Samsung S95C OLED, but it's more expensive, and even though it's brighter than the S90C, the cheaper model is the better buy for most people.
At number 3.
Roku 32-inch Select. If you want something cheap that gets the job done, the Roku Select series is the best cheap 4K TV we've tested. It's a decent TV with satisfactory reflection handling to help reduce the appearance of glare in a bright room. It has fewer features than the Hisense U6/U6K, as it doesn't have any form of motion interpolation, lacks a local dimming feature, and has inadequate image processing. It's also not the brightest TV in HDR, but it's decent for watching movies in a dark room with its adequate contrast, great black uniformity, and excellent color and HDR brightness accuracy. Plus, the TV has very good peak brightness in SDR, which results in a pleasant viewing experience in SDR content. Still, it has a great response time and very low input lag, so it's still a great gaming TV if you don't care about advanced features like VRR or a 120 Hz refresh rate. It comes with the great Roku TV Smart Platform, which is extremely fast, simple, and easy to use, with a great selection of streaming channels. It has a good remote with an integrated microphone for voice commands, or you can also give commands through the Roku Companion app on your phone. You can also plug headphones into the remote, a great feature at this price point. If you're a Costco member, you'll instead want to get the much better Hisense A6/A65K, which is brighter and more colorful.
Number 2 of my list.
Hisense 55-inch class. The best budget 4K TV we've tested is the Hisense U6/U6K. It's a good budget TV with surprisingly good picture quality and a wide selection of additional features. It's impressive for watching movies in a dark room thanks to its excellent contrast ratio, so dark scenes look amazing with little blooming around bright areas of the screen. It also has good peak brightness in SDR and decent reflection handling, so glare isn't an issue in a brighter room. It has an excellent color volume, making this TV very colorful overall. It's bright enough in HDR for a pleasant viewing experience, and just like the Hisense U7K, it supports both HDR10+ and Dolby Vision HDR, although it doesn't support advanced DTS audio formats. Unfortunately, its image processing is significantly worse than on the U7K, so there's visible digital noise when watching low bitrate content from streaming platforms. By going with a budget model like this one over the more expensive Hisense, you're sacrificing a bit on picture quality, but the biggest difference is for gamers, as it's limited to a 60 Hz refresh rate. It's still great for gaming with its superbly low input lag and VRR support for a responsive, nearly tear-free gaming experience. However, it can't take full advantage of an Xbox Series X, PS5, or powerful gaming PC.
And number 1.
Hisense 55-inch. If you want high-end performance but don't want to spend high-end prices, check out the Hisense U7K. It's cheaper than anything recommended up to this point but delivers picture quality that is almost as good as the more expensive choices. It has a great mini LED backlight, letting it simultaneously provide incredibly bright highlights and deep blacks, with barely any blooming around bright objects in dark scenes. HDR content looks great, and it supports both Dolby Vision HDR and HDR10+ for the best HDR experience possible, as well as advanced audio formats, like DTS X over eARC, for the best sound when watching content on physical media. And just like the more expensive LG TVs, the U7K has very good image processing overall, making it a cheaper standout for a home entertainment setup. Unfortunately, its viewing angle is subpar, making it a bad choice for a wide seating arrangement. It runs the Google TV interface, which is fast and easy to use, and it has a great selection of streaming features, so you're sure to find your favorite shows. It's great for gaming thanks to its Dolby Vision HDR 120 Hz support and 2 HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports, both capable of up to 4K at 144 Hz gaming with VRR. This makes the TV a standout choice for PC gamers with powerful rigs and fully compatible with recent consoles. If you love this TV but want it to be even brighter, consider the Hisense U8K, which is just a bit brighter than the U7K.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.